Hello, everyone, and welcome to Drinks with Friends. I have an amazing guest for you today. Her name is Jacquelyn Rodriguez, and she is a pioneer in the clean beauty industry. So she has set up a salon, a hair salon that uses all clean products and also does holistic stuff for her clients to help them heal as well and make them beautiful inside and out. So I was just so honored to meet her through the Visionary Women series through Empire podcast Empire through Tracy Cook, who set up this amazing thing, and we did this summit together. We did these podcast series together, and I was just like, oh, I need to know so much more about this woman and what she is doing because, as you know, my health is my paramount. I have chronic illness, so products, learning what we put on our skin and on our hair and all that kind of stuff, because the skin's the biggest organ. We absorb everything, and so learning about what we can and can't put in, all those sneaky little things that we are admittedly putting on our skin that we possibly don't know that is actually harming us. So I'm so honored for her to be on today. Thank you so much for joining us, Jacquelyn. Tell me a little bit about yourself and your journey.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be here. I love this conversation because it really does start here, right? It starts with just being aware that there's options. And, like you said, I'm Jacquelyn Rodriguez. I am the owner and founder of Enlightened Styles, which is my salon. And then I also founded the Clean Beauty Business Method, where I found the passion to start sharing this with other salon owners and beauty professionals because it really is transformative. And my whole journey started with my kids. And I was just, I didn't grow up with super clean minded products or living. It was just your normal upbringing. And then I had kids. And I had these two little toddlers running around the house while I was cleaning. And it was one day that I was cleaning the bathroom. And you know the bathroom stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like you've got so many chemicals, you're breathing it all in. And I kept trying to get them out of the bathroom. And I'm like, I don't want you breathing this in. Get out. And for whatever reason that day, I had a light bulb moment where I'm like, my kids shouldn't be breathing it in. Maybe I shouldn't be breathing it in. And what options do I have?
Yeah.
So that day literally took me on this amazing, crazy journey because I went down the rabbit hole and really realized what was happening with breathing in all these toxic, and it just started with cleaning products. But then once I got into it, I realized that the cleaning products, what we're breathing in and what we're touching, right? I can't even tell you how many people I know who clean their house with bleach and they don't even use gloves.
Oh.
Like they're just, whatever. Like it is, right? Because we don't think about it.
Yeah.
And then from that moment, it's like, obviously being in the beauty industry, I cleaned up my entire home, started living a cleaner life. But then I walked into a very toxic environment with my salon. And being in the salon, breathing all those chemicals in, and then everything that we're putting on our skin. And like you said, from the time we wake up, especially women, from the time we wake up to the time we go to bed, we put, I think it's upwards of like 25 different products on our skin.
Yeah.
And that's on the lower end, if we're being honest, right? If we really are being honest, that's on the lower end of how many products we put on in a day. And we don't realize how many chemicals are in each one of those things. So I set up, or I set my intention and I committed to shifting the salon just so that I could have a better environment to work in, my staff could have a better environment, and it really just kind of took off.
Yeah, that's just amazing. And you're so right. I was the same like a couple of years ago because I'm asthmatic as well, and my chronic illness is a muscular dystrophy, so it affects my lungs. So my lung capacity is already down. And I was cleaning the bathroom and I would cough and cough and cough and cough, like just cleaning the shower. And this was clean stuff too. So this was stuff that was supposed to be environmentally friendly. I thought I was doing the right thing. And then I actually really looked at it, done some research, and I'm like, actually, there's sneaky little chemicals in here that would trigger asthma, would trigger all these things. And I'm like, oh, and you're right. And labeling can be so misdirected because it's not, unless it's organic or unless it's certified or something like that, they can put what they want on there. And it's, the whole smoke and mirrors thing that, you think you're putting good products, you're using good products, but you're not really.
Here's the thing. It's all greenwashing. And the biggest thing, as I've been on this journey, the biggest thing I've noticed is right now, especially right now, over the last few years, it is a hot trend to get clean beauty. It's a hot trend to have organic or green products. But the thing is, we are being lied to. And it hurts my soul that we are, but we are being lied to. Greenwashing is a thing, and it's a marketing strategy. Unfortunately, the FDA and all of the labeling and everything is not monitored. Unless, like you said, it is certified organic, but the rest of the stuff, you look at a bottle, and I don't have anything like handy. I wish I did. You look at a bottle and everything on the front, typically it will say green, natural, organic, and you trust it, right? You think, okay, I'm doing this. This is better. Let me just take this home, because why would they lie to me?
Yeah.
Right? And why are some of these things actually on the shelves that are harming us and are very, very triggering to our systems? So that, as you can see, I'm a little passionate about it, and it gets me so fired up because I hate that we're being lied to, and I hate that there is a thing called greenwashing. But the key to it is looking on the back. Researching what the ingredients are. And I do have an app that I can share with you that you scan the ingredients and it'll tell you what's in it.
Oh, that's awesome.
If it is some like bad for asthma, or what the chemical will do, or if it's, a clean product. Because like you said, some of even the natural things can be triggering to certain people. So it's just really looking at what is it for you, what types of things are you looking for, and do your research. Don't trust the labeling at all.
Yeah, I heard that because I have a naturopath here and monitored by her, and she was saying that if anything that has the label fragrance on it, they can hide so many chemicals under the banner fragrance. I'm like, oh, I did not know that. So you think
it's a proprietary formula.
And I'm like, oh, that's insane. So, and like, she's like, in really, especially like deodorant, anything that's on your physical skin, because it's your biggest organ, you absorb everything. When you think about it, you put your moisturizer on in the morning, your skin absorbs it. So you're absorbing the chemicals within that moisturizer. So making sure, like, we're not saying that you go and make your own. But if you want to make your own, go for it. I think there's some amazing things that you can do. Mother Nature provides amazing ingredients in order to make you feel and look better if that's what you're looking for moisturizer and stuff like that. I was just talking to Jacquelyn before we started recording that I've just changed my skincare to a skincare that's, I think it's only in Australia, but I could double check. It's called Scout. And the founder of it, she had cancer, realized what she was putting on herself was not helping. And she created all these products skin products, some makeup and stuff that is all natural. They use some of Australian ingredients, and it's all sort of organic. There's anything wrong with it. And it doesn't smell the greatest. One of the oils doesn't, because to me it doesn't smell, but it's because it's got carrot oil and avocado oil and stuff like that. But oh, my skin, since I've changed, and I was using a very well-known brand in America that was supposed to be very clean before, and I took it to my naturopath, and she's like, nope, 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 nope. Yeah. And I'm like, that's right, that's greenwashing. I thought I was doing all the good things. I spent so much money on these products, and I'm like, there's sneaky things in there. And you're right, it was the fragrance in it. And but yes, I've literally switched in last week. Switched last week. My skin has been so much better. I don't have the fine lines have all gone. Everything's more moisturized. Everything looks fantastic. So yeah, do your research. That's basically your motto, is like, know what's going on.
Yeah. And also, like, give yourself some grace. When you start looking into these things, it can feel overwhelming because there's so many pieces. So what I suggest is, I was looking for that app. I will get the app, and maybe you can link it in the show notes.
100%.
But the EWG website, also, you can look up different products and different ingredients. But when you're going down this path, try to steer away from the bigger name companies. There are some good ones. So don't, like, it's not everyone, right? We can't blanket that everyone's doing greenwashing. But try looking for smaller businesses that are really, they're aligning with what your values are, right? So when I'm teaching in my method to salon owners and to beauty professionals, I'm teaching them to really take a look at their values. What is your value? So for you, like, it may be certain products. It may be, things that are not going to harm your asthma. Like, we all have different things going on, right?
Yep.
Other people, it may be that plastics, because plastics is another huge thing. Because for me, all of these different values are important.
Yeah.
And when you take a look, integrity, transparency, love, right? Love is one of my values. And I take a look at the products or the companies that I'm buying from, and I deep dive into their website, into their social media, and I look at what are they actually posting? What are they talking about? How transparent are they?
Yeah.
Because when they are being transparent and they're putting out their heart, usually means that they're doing the very best they can, right? We can't expect 100% from everyone, because sometimes our hands are tied, right? As business owners or product developers, there's so many different things that go into it. But looking at what's important to you and aligning yourself with companies that also have those same values, because then you can just trust them. You don't have to worry so much. And you find these, there's some amazing entrepreneurs out there who are doing phenomenal things, not only to give us products, but to help the earth, to help reduce the toxins in the products that they're creating, to provide inclusivity for everyone, right? To share love and standing up for these bigger issues in the world. I just have found, like, I'm in awe of how many people are doing wonderful things. Now, the downside of all of this is that we're typically not finding them in our stores.
No.
So we have to go searching, right? And that's okay. Search for them, get yourself on a subscription, and then make it easy, right? The hard part is the upfront, but then you don't have to worry about it. It's not like there's so many things that just come to my front door because I did the research, And I don't
Yeah.
have to go to the store. I don't have to, worry about greenwashing because I've already done the upfront research.
Yeah. And like you said, it can be very overwhelming when you go, I really need to. And most people will only change stuff when their health declines, and they'll go, oh, why aren't I getting better? Why aren't I getting better? And that, to be honest, that was me. I was very healthy, like very well eating, all that kind of thing, but I wasn't getting better. So that's when I saw my naturopath, and she's like, let's look outside the box and see what else is going on. And yeah, like down to your deodorant and all these things, because you put your deodorants on lymph nodes, and those lymph nodes are in your lymphatic system, which are all connected. So, and yeah, it's pretty insane. But she said start slowly. Take once one product, unless something's really adversely affecting you, get rid of it, obviously. But if it's just wait till something, if it's nearly finished, chuck it out. If it's brand new, use it. Maybe if you don't want to waste money, that's fair enough. And then replace it once it's run out with a cleaner product, with something that is fine. And you're right. In the last few years, we've seen this massive movement. I think it has something, probably one of the good things that's come out of the pandemic is that people have realized, hey, we need to really look at what we're eating, what we're putting on ourselves, and all the things as well. So I think that's that. I might be wrong, but I think that's what's triggered the movement. I think people have really gone, whoa, we need to really take assessment on what we're putting on ourselves, what we're putting in our bodies. We need to, the whole expression of your body as a temple sort of thing comes to mind. But you're right. If you get what you put in, so if you put in junk, you're going to get junk out. If you put in good things, you're going to get good things out. So yeah, I'd like to know a little bit more about what exactly you do in your salon, because I'm blonde. I have a hairdresser. I get some cheeky highlights every now and then, but because I'm naturally blonde, I don't. But I use really good hair products and stuff like that. She's like, you've got one of the best, healthiest blondes going around, because I don't use a lot of products. I'm very non-hair. I'm just
well,
yeah.
well, and that's the whole thing, right? Like having healthy hair and knowing it is all about awareness. So
Yeah.
just becoming aware, and that's what I'm doing at the salon.
Yeah.
I'm raising awareness. So I have, over the last, it's been a decade, 12, 13 years now, that I've had the salon clean. And I use all organic, non-toxic color, organic products, all to our cleaning, to all the products that we put on, and even scalp treatment. So like we look at so much deeper than just come in and get your hair done. Because if you take a look at every person on the earth, right? Like we're all wrapped up in how we look. And even though it has nothing to do with like the outward beauty, it's how do you feel inside?
Yes.
And most people, when they come into a salon, they just want like a cut and a color, and then they're out the door and off to the next one. And in my salon, I'm really, really focused on getting to deeper rooted problems, because I saw so many people sitting in my chair, and the first thing they would sit down and say, like they'd look in the mirror and go, oh, I hate this. Like, oh, I hate my hair. Like, they showed me a picture of like J-Lo or somebody, and they're like, make me look like this. It's like, no, we get to love who we are. And when we take control of that, and we're in an environment that gets to the root of issues, like if you have health issues and we switch up your products and we take care of your scalp, or we take care of different things, like that's how we're going to start making real change. And it just was it was more important to me to get to the root cause of things with my clients, and to create that environment that they can come in, feel safe, feel heard, feel seen, and not have to worry about the products that we're using on them and whether they could breathe in the salon or not breathe,
Yeah.
or what type of things they were taking home with them. So that's really where it started. And then I bring in a whole, because I'm an energy healer and I'm a neuro coach. So I bring in all of those science-based changes and the energy changes into the salon and offer those services to our clients so that we can really heal that trauma and that inner root cause of everything that shows up on the outside.
Oh, that's just amazing. I'm currently on a massive healing journey. People who know me know that I've had fairly traumatic past, to be honest. I don't even know how long. We're doing a lot of things, but yeah, I've got a forensic psychology background, a criminology background, but now I'm starting to be a mindset coach because I believe, and I was seeing all around me that all these women were hating themselves, and it's so bad. And me myself, I like to call myself a recovering self-hater. I hated myself so much that it was physically making me sick, and it was allowing people to hurt me. And I'm learning all these things, and it is amazing. But just hearing what you're doing, I wish I was closer. I'd come. I'd be like there every day. It'd be amazing. But you're right. Especially women, I find that I know with my hairdresser, she's a family friend, so I've known her for a long time. And we were talking, and I said to her, "Do you feel like you're not just a hairdresser, you are like a counselor?" And she said, "Yeah, I do sometimes feel like that, and sometimes it could become a bit of a burden when you can't." She's like, "I feel like I can't help them because I don't know." Whereas you've gone, okay, I'm going to help myself and I'm going to help my clients at that next level. So you're these women who are coming in and they sit in the mirror and go, "Oh, I'm not liking this," or "Oh, please," and make me look like J-Lo. Yeah, she's a beautiful woman, but she has a whole team to make her look like that.
Yeah, and she's J-Lo. She is J-Lo and you are you. Nobody can be anybody else. That the person's already taken.
Yeah.
And, I think it's so important. Like that one thing you said about us being like therapist almost, right? Like, and I don't want to say anything like, not that therapy, it's not the same thing, but we do. Yeah, we have that connection with our clients, and they divulge a whole ton of information that is very personal to them. And a lot of people feel very attached to their hairstylist. Like it's a real bond. And that's why for me it is so incredibly important that's why I started the coaching, is because I want to teach and support other hairstylists who feel like that. Like I want to help more, but they don't know how to, or they end up taking on, because a lot of hairstylists are also empaths.
Empaths.
Right? They're empaths. So they take on everybody's, and then they're drained by the end of the day. Right. So it's like this vicious cycle. And there's something to be said about like my healing journey allowed me to open that up and to help others heal, but also to be able to like protect my own energy and not be drained by trying to help so many people. So that piece is really why I feel like beauty professionals are in demand. And I think that we have the stage to drive more change. Because imagine if every salon, or at least 50% of the salons you're going to, had any idea what products, like what were in the products, what they could recommend to you, would just support you in such a energetic level, how that would dramatically change what you take home, how you think about your routine at home, and how you think about yourself. Because all of our thoughts, every single word, every single thought that we have matters, and we manifest it, good and bad.
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. I do a little. I've done a few trainings on I like to call her the nasty bee in the head,
Oh,
and
yeah.
yes, the inner critic. And mine was so bad that it was becoming like it was manifesting all these things to happen into my life. And it wasn't until I hit rock bottom, started to build myself up and change everything that I'm like, actually, you know what? I allowed those people into my life to harm me, and that's off the subject. But I think what you're doing is amazing because a lot of women come into, and men too, come into a salon and they come in to tune out. They just want to have a little break. They just want to have a little recharge, a little rest. And yes, normal salons do that. They make you feel a little bit better and you go out and nothing feels better after you've had your hair done. You walk out and you're like, oh yeah, looking great. But the next day or 2 days later, the blowout's gone and you're back to that normal negative sort of thinking and looking at yourself that way. Whereas you're going, come in, let's make you beautiful inside and out. Let's work on those issues and let's start healing you to make you go every day, no matter good hair, bad hair day or whatever, you feel amazing. And I think that's just so important. And you're right. If half the salons in the world, we're both in two different countries,
Yeah.
if they did that, how, like, just even thinking about that, how much that would change the world, because people would just feel calmer, less stressed. There's be less disease. There'd be just all the ripple on effects of one simple change. And I know it's not simple; it's a holistic thing, but it's one person going, you know what? There's a better way. There's a better way. There's a cleaner way to still achieve the same result. And why would you want to do something that harms your clients? You do that once you become aware. It's sort of like that whole, when you don't know, you don't know. Like, but once you know, that whole world opens up to you and you can start really making those changes. And when you change yourself, the ripple effects, it ripples into your family and then ripples, and it keeps rippling. You think about a rock going into a pond and that watching the ripples, it does actually do that. But yeah, so what kind of things do you offer in your salon? Like when you say that you use all the clean beauty products and all that kind of thing, that's great. But I know from your social media accounts and stuff that you do healings and stuff like that. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, of course. So we offer Reiki healing. So whether we have a few different services that go along with that. So Reiki healing is energetic healing, where we are able to shift and move your energy around according to your chakras. So we do that where we have like a crown detox. That's the service, is crown detox. And you get like 15 minutes of Reiki healing, but you also get an organic scalp treatment. And we have like a crystal mask that we put on and a weighted blanket. So it's really like grounding. And we offer also like sound healing. So now we have the crystal bowls, and we've just started it this year to actually take on and do a whole sound healing for groups of people with a deep meditation, because I am an energy healer and I'm also an Akashic record reader. So I will do a deep meditation for my clients and bring them into their center. And again, it's like anything is from sleep to anxiety to stress, and it just helps ground you and realign. So that's one of the services. I'm very interested and I love technology, and I love the things that are able to further expand what we're able to do, because we're all made out of energy and frequencies.
Yes.
So I offer frequency work at the salon as well. And that's with a device where I scan your frequencies while you're there. We've talked about your color, we've talked about your cut, we've looked down at your scalp and made sure that you have a healthy scalp. And then while you're sitting there, we will run a scan to see what is going on with your personalized frequencies.
Oh,
And
wow.
that may show up that you're tired, that you're anxiety, like, or something's going on. Like it can go really, really deep, or we can keep it more level of like your chakra system as well. And then while you're there, we will run the frequencies that you need. Very
Wow.
personalized. We run the frequencies that you need while you're sitting there with us. And it's a beautiful experience, right? So
Mm.
it's so much more than just color and cut. Yes, we have great color and cut stylists. We take pride in how we take care of that. But I want you to feel a huge energy shift when you're there and be
Oh,
able to just let go and leave problems at the door. And if I can even shift just so that you like sleep a little bit better. I mean,
yeah.
that's amazing, right? Being
Yeah.
able to support someone through those types of things. And it's been a huge support system for myself and for, my stylist.
It just sounds absolutely amazing. I wish, like I said, I wish I was so much closer because it's so aligned with what I'm trying to do for myself and getting all that healing and stuff. So I might even get my hairstylist to listen. I'll make sure she listens to this to see, because herself is also into breath work and all that kind of thing. So I'm like, oh, maybe you should incorporate this sort of stuff, and we can take it to the next level. But yeah,
Yeah.
that just sounds utterly amazing. I wish I was so much closer because I'd be there every day. I would literally be there every day after
That's
work.
the whole point of the coaching, is because I physically can't open up stores everywhere, right?
No,
But I want this to be available to more people. You
yeah,
deserve to have this available to you.
mm,
And that's the whole shifting the mindset and the society norms of what a salon can offer you. And
yeah,
that's why I brought on the coaching, so that I can teach other salon owners and hairstylists how to incorporate, the things that I've learned over the last decade, and so that it can be available to you.
yeah. It's amazing. It's utterly amazing. We have run out of time, unfortunately. I think we could talk for hours. Um, if you really enjoyed this episode, let us know in the comments, and I will definitely get Jacquelyn on again. We can talk about specific things if you have any particular questions. But I'll also have in the show notes every link to her social media so you can connect with her, find out some information. If you're a salon owner that wants more information, wants to know about the coaching, definitely all those things will be in the show notes. We'll get there. Show notes in the end. So thank you so much for coming on, and this conversation's just really lifted me up. It is 5. It's now nearly 6:30 in the morning here on Friday. So we are doing this in completely 2 different time zones. But I'm so energized. Like your energy, I can just feel it even through the camera. I feel so much lifted up, and you're so right with the energy healing. I didn't believe it when I thought it was a whole bunch of hocus pocus sort of thing, until I started meditating, until I started doing, and I only meditate, most of the time it's 20 minutes, but if it's, I start more at 6 o'clock in the morning. So I try and do at least 10 minutes. And if I don't do it, I feel so drained by the end of the day. If I do it in the morning, you're just at that next level. And you're right and then when you go in to see someone who is an energy healer, I reckon those women will be walking out like on clouds. They'll just float out. They would just feel so much, like, I reckon they would sleep so much better. Do you get a lot of that feedback that they
Oh, for
are
sure.
sleeping so much better, they feel less stressed, all that kind of thing?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. We get tons of feedback, even if they're not receiving energy healing that day, because we focus so much on how the energy of the salon is. Like, I
Yeah.
literally run frequencies on my salon every day, so
Yeah.
that the energy of the building itself, and then all of our stylists, is different. So every client that comes in, they can just like you feel it when you come in and when you're a part of it, and they do feel transformed when they leave,
Yeah.
which is so beautiful. And that was the
Yes.
reason I got into hair to begin with, is because it's a quick transformation. I like that quick, result of transformation, but this is a much deeper level. And
Oh, I love it.
I would love to offer anyone who's listening, if you send me a DM and tell me that you that you watched the show, I'd love to send you a gift, and I can just email it to you, and it will be, I have a few gifts. So we'll talk about what you want, and then, I'll send you something for listening and for sending me a message.
Excellent. Yeah, I'll have Jacquelyn's contact details in the show notes and on the recording in the comments. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'm just, I've lost for words. I'm absolutely lost for words. You're just an amazing, amazing woman. I'm so honored to have you on the show today. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Have a wonderful day.